Hey guys, hello and welcome me back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So it's been busy. Things have been going on. It's fall. Summer's about over, so we're getting things wrapped up for the big wintertime fun. For that white stuff to come down, just the thought of it is just depressing. But anyways, I'm not a winter fan, so it's unfortunate it comes every year. So either you live with it, you like it, or you just move away, one or the other. Eventually, hopefully I'll move away. But anyways, we went down to the model show this weekend that was held in Grand Rapids, and that was at the West Michigan Aviators Academy, I believe that's called, and that was at the Grand Rapids Airport. So that was really cool. So they were right next to each other. It was a good time. I didn't get information out ahead of time on that show because it's kind of last minute. Some guys at our model club prior to that we were talking about, and they were going. I was like, I don't mind going to that. So like I said, it was kind of last minute, so I didn't get any information put out there for the show ahead of time, but we'll definitely for sure next time try to get that out there. So we got a few things from eBay. I thought I'd show you guys some major stash ads we got here with the show stuff we picked up. We won some awards, which was grateful for that. As some of us say, some hardware, and that was always cool. I don't build for the shows per se, but you win some, you don't. Just I like showing my stuff off, and it's always great to be recognized. So I always appreciate it either way. So with that being said, I'll show you some of the things we picked up and some of the things we got from the show. So first off, we got two items from eBay. So you guys never guess what I just picked up from eBay. An 87 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. Yes, sir. This one's in silver. This is the basic builder. So this is the same as the box art. I should say box art, but the monogram kit that was released back in the 80s. I particularly like this one because it comes with really cool decals. So I built this kit once with this box, basically just because of the cool decals, because it gives you the bird for the nose, it gives you the Turbo Coupe decals, the sail panel birds, and the trunk decals. The red box art just gives you license plate decals. That's all you get. Other than that, you use your imagination and your skill and talent to fill in the rest. I have never, this is kind of harder kit to come by because it wasn't that popular of a kit back then when it was re-released. So I saw this on eBay, had to have it, and there we go. So it's the way it goes. Like I say, gotta always scan those decals, guys, and keep an extra set. That's what I'm gonna do with these next time this kit gets opened, just so I have the extra set for all the other red ones I got here on the shelf. We have some planes. So I'll let you know what I got. A bunch of planes in this video. A lot of airplanes, a lot of aircraft. Starting out modeling, I started out in aircraft. My dad was in the Air Force, so naturally we built a lot of model airplanes, a lot of them. Balsa planes, I mean, you name it, we've done them all. Model rockets, we did all that stuff. So we always go to planes, and we go to cars, and we go back to painting cars, back and forth. So anyways, my dad built cars, but we did planes, but he mostly did planes. And it's just cool. So I built this back in the day. It was a tester's kit. So a kit we picked off eBay, another buy. I've been looking for this one for a while. We got the 117 Stealth Nighthawk, and man, I love this plane. I thought it was cool. Cold War, not Cold War. This was like the Iraqi war plane of the day, and it was just a cool plane. That was the new technology when I was out of high school. It was just, that was the thing. So I wanted this kit. Like I say, back in the day, I had a tester's kit, and it was a large scale, very cool, and I've been looking for another one. Found this on there. And this also comes with the photo etched metal parts, so mine didn't come with those. That's a little more advanced kit. Other than that, we're gonna one day tap into that venture. Last thing we got from, this wasn't the eBay deal. This is just at the store buy. I don't think I showed you guys this, but maybe I did. We got the Mobius Cyclone, the 95. I know they got some new ones out released now, but this is the 289 car, and I have the 427 Comet one here, and I thought it'd be cool to get the other one. Just a cool car. I think these would be a cool build. This definitely gonna have to be probably box stock. So for show wise, was at the model show, picked up a few goodies. And what did we pick up? Well, I'm going to show you real quick. First off, we got this Mustang here. I got kits laying everywhere, guys. I'm trying to figure out where I put them all. We get the Revell 68 Mustang GT 2-in-1. I know a lot of you guys probably have this kit. I've never had this kit, but I thought it'd be cool just to get a box stock, just a basic one, because that's me right there. I like that. I love that car. That's awesome. So other than that, that's all we got for automotive, other than a couple other things we got. No, I shouldn't say that. I got one more thing automotive. Tony Lancer was also at the model show with us, and he comes over and he says, I can't believe you didn't see the engine. Did you see that engine kit? And I'm like, what engine kit are you talking about, oh man? And he says, the visible engine that you've been looking for. I was like, I didn't see that over there. Well, of course I didn't see it because it wasn't in the box. It was in a bag. It wasn't in one bag. It's in 5 bags. So I appreciate you, Tony, for picking that out for me. So I went over and picked it up for the guy. He wanted $8 for it. And I thought, I'm not even going to have you in the price. I'll give you $8 for it. There's no box to it, but there is instructions. This is the Revell kit. Like I say, there's 5 bags here for this. So I had this kit when I was a kid, and it's a Revell kit, I believe. And I tell you what, I think mine said Road and Track on it. I'm certain of it on the box. And they've re-released this a couple different times, so this is a clear engine block and all that stuff. And this one's different than the one I used to have. This one does not have the electric motor in it. The original versions had the electric motors in them, and the motor sat into the starter, basically, like inside of the starter, and actually worked right against the flywheel. Mine, the flywheel was warped, you know, because back then I didn't realize, hey, you can straighten this stuff out. I just put it in there and let it go. It worked okay, and it had working spark plug wires and everything else. You know, the spark plug would light up as the timing went around. And yeah, but mine sounded like a Chevy that needed the starter shim, just like that as it went around. But it worked, you know. But yeah, other than that, it was still pretty cool. So I saw that and I gotta get it. So that was really cool. I'm thinking about building that one like pretty quick here. I always say it every time, but it just gets put on a shelf, and you always get that new show like, oh yeah, we're gonna build this, and here it just sits there on the shelf, like a lot of them do. Yeah. Other than that, I bought one more. No, I bought 2 more. I mentioned to you we're getting into a little more into the planes. I haven't built one yet on the channel, but we are coming close to it. So the one I picked up was the Hasegawa F-22 Raptor. This is a 1/48 scale. I just love this plane. This is like just America air superiority. This is like bad boy here. Of course, now we got new gen. What is it, 6th gen coming out now? But anyways, this thing is just awesome. I've always loved this plane. I've always been wanting to get a model of this, and I picked this up for a super good buy. Guy wanted $25 for it. I give him $20 for it. And it's still got the sticker on here from Hobbytown, USA for $90. So I figured that was a pretty good buy. I saw that and I thought, there's no way. There's something missing. So I opened it up and I'm like, dang, it's still in plastic. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Gotta have that. So we picked that up. I figured that was a pretty good buy. Last thing going out, I saw, last kid I saw over there, I thought, oh, I guess see if we can talk him down. So Tony went over and did some haggling for me while I was videoing the show, and he says, you want that? And he says, well, how much you willing to spend? I give him a dollar amount, and he comes back with he's not budging on the price. Like, what? He says if he sells it lower, he's gonna build it himself. So I figured, well, all right, so I paid full price for it. But they do go for more than this on eBay. We picked up the Monogram 1/48 scale B58 Hustler. Check that bad boy out. That thing is massively huge. So I have the smaller scale. I bought at a show a while back, and I had to have it. So there we have it. So story on this, my dad was in the Air Force back in the late 50s, early 60s, and he used to watch these on the tarmac. And I think there's some little black and white, those little slide photos that you used to get of these B58, or yeah, B52 and the C-130s. There's some other little planes. I really don't know what they are. And the cool thing is, I don't know how he got it, but I have a workshop manual here for that plane. It's pretty cool for the Hustler. It shows you all the detail on doing wiring and landing gear repair and all this stuff. So I'm gonna break that out. I gotta dig it out one day. It's in the box in the garage here. I think that'd be really cool to build that and set that repair manual next to the plane show. I think that'd be really neat. So that's all we got for the buys. So now for the raffles that we got. Guys, get into the raffles at these model shows. It helps the club, supports the club. It helps the club pay for the venue because, you know, these things aren't cheap. And you can win a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I always buy $20. I go in every time, $20. That's my, I plan on that when I do my planning when I go. Okay, I need it for this and this and this, and gotta have $20 from a raffle. I do it every time because, like I say, it supports the clubs, guys. So definitely get into it. Even if you don't win nothing, you're still supporting a good cause. But usually you win a lot of cool stuff, which I come out pretty good in this. I was pretty impressed. So first off, once again, Tony, I was videoing, so he's always a blessing for me because he'll help me out at shows a lot. So he's my consultant, I like to consider him. Anyways, he comes over and he says, hey, you won something. He comes back and he brings me this AMT dozer kit. And I thought, that is so cool. Never had this kit. I know this has been re-released a couple times, so it's the AMT Ertl version. Very cool. I think that'd be really cool to build one day, like everything else. And I know there's a ton of aftermarket parts, because I was understanding that the original version used to have a cab and they lost licensing or something for it. But you can buy pretty much anything for this kit, so that is really neat. That was one of them that we won. Another one we got here is this, I believe, the German plane. I do not know how to pronounce it, but we will go with the SM79-2, and we got this guy right here. So that was a really cool raffle buy trumpeter kit. This is a 1/48 scale, so that's a pretty neat plane there. What else we get? Oh, we got the Mirage 2000. Dan, I'm not really familiar with this one completely. Pretty cool kit. You see the sticker on here. Basically what that's telling me, this has extra parts in the kit. So a lot of these kits come with resin parts, photo etch parts. So there's a few items in here to enhance the original version of the kit, to make it look a lot cooler than it originally come out with. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool for a giveaway kit that they give you extras in the kit. I thought that was really cool. Next one we got, I actually bought the Raptor way too soon, because next thing you know, we won another one. So we got two of them now, which is okay. So if I screw up one, I can mess up with the other one. Once again, very cool model. So we have another one of those. So coming close to the end of the raffle and all the other goodies, we got this one towards the end, and I couldn't believe this is a really nice. So this is a Hobby Boss 1/48 scale F-14B Tomcat. This is a really cool model. This is really heavy, so I'm assuming there's a lot of parts in it. Just looks like a really cool build. To give you a lot of extra decals in here, so you can build different variances of it. I don't know. I think that's super cool. Yeah. So last one we got. This one is huge. This is really huge. This is a 1/32 scale, so you guys know your plane model sizes. This is a big model. This is a trumpeter kit. This is the Lockheed P-58 Lightning. Check that bad boy out. That thing is massively huge. It's open box, but everything's still kind of in the plastic. So as you can see, it's got the list of stuff that's in there. So this has a lot of photo etch parts and all that kind of cool stuff. Different decals, different whatever. So I'll show you what come in the kit here. Set this down somewhere. So in this kit, they come with a bunch of really cool photo etch parts. So we got this guy here. We got a thing of mask for our painting. Another thing of masking. So very cool. We got a second decal sheet from the kit. And then we have a lot more photo etch parts here. We've got two bags here. They're together. So we got interior pieces for the dash and decals on another side over here. And on this one here, this is another set. I'm not really sure what these pieces are for. They're exterior pieces. And then we have a set on this side as well. So very cool. A lot of cool extras in the giveaway to start with. So very, very cool. So I have to say this was probably one of the extensive giveaway things I've ever seen for raffle. I mean, you had automotive, you had armor, aircraft, ships, supplies like knives, and they had a foam cutter. I mean, they had just all kinds of stuff. It was unbelievable. The table was just like, wow. I did a video on this, so I did just kind of a short look at the room where they did the raffles, and unbelievable. It was a great show. So next time the show is up, you guys need to check it out and get in on the action, because it was a pretty good show. All right, guys, first one we got a second place for the Trans Am, so that was pretty cool. These trophies are printed off a 3D printer, so very cool. I first went to pick it up and they were super light, and I thought, whoa. And it's pretty cool. They got the sponsor on the back. This one's sponsored. This was an out of the box kit for the West Michigan IPMS. So the club sponsored this one. So very cool. So I appreciate everybody that judged these for that. And also got a pin from the Michigan Truck Modelers Association, their club. So I thought that was pretty cool to get a pin for that. So appreciate that, guys. So that was one of the awards we won. And for the 90 LX Mustang, we ended up getting a first place with that one. So that was pretty cool. This one was for Customs and Hot Rods, 1/31 to 1/20 scale for Riders Hobby Shop. So appreciate that, Riders Hobby Shop, for sponsoring that class. So I was pleased with that one. And we picked up a second place for Bigfoot. So he was in the class for Customs and Hot Rods. Once again, 1/31 to 1/20 scale, and also from Riders Hobby Shop. So once again, thank you, Riders Hobby Shop, for supporting that. It's really cool, you guys. So very neat awards. And then we got one more. And last one, we did the snowplow one more round. Like I say, this truck's pretty much retired. It's probably going to go to Acme. A friend of mine from the Midwest Scale Modelers. If you guys saw the video from that show, he did a copycat of mine, but in the brand new version. Once again, we're going to set them down together, Acme. And then that's probably the last time that truck will be on the road at all. So amongst a lot of other ones that got retired. So yeah, so we got a third in our class. So this class was in commercial light truck, 1/31 to 1/20 scale, and that was supported by the West Michigan IPMS group, the club. So that was awesome, guys. I appreciate that. And we got the People's Choice Award with this model. This was basically from the people that voted for the classes that you drop your ballots in. So I want to thank everybody that was at the show that participated in that and voted this People's Choice. So thank you very much, guys, for that. That was honoring. Really appreciate that. So other than that, guys, that's what we got at the show, and great show. Looking forward to the next. So other than that, guys, we're going to wrap this up, wrap this video up, and all that fun stuff. Yeah. So once again, we will see you guys at the next model show or on the next video, whichever comes first. You guys have a good one, and I appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next time.